Well, most of the time when you think of police patrol, you actually see, you think of police cars or motorcycles, but less of the time you actually think of bicycles and ATVs and Segways. And we like to use those non-traditional modes of transportation to patrol our over 10 miles of greenway that we have here in Murfreesboro and our parks and recreation areas. Well, actually, we have officers on every single shift that work almost every single day of the week patrolling our greenways, including midnight shift. And we want to make sure that anybody who is using our greenway system is safe, no matter what time of day it is. And of course, at night when the greenway is closed, we want to make sure that people aren't using the greenway to go from one location to the other to break into cars or commit other types of crime. So we always maintain a presence on our greenways.
Well, as a parks officer on a daily basis, the majority of the time I'm on my bicycle and patrolling the greenways in the city. You know, we want to make people feel comfortable using the city's greenway, and we want them to come out and use the park system, and a lot of times it makes them feel good to see a police officer on the greenway.
Well, the Murfreesboro Police Department has many partners, and one of our best partnerships is with the Middle Half Marathon. We assist them every year in running the marathon, providing traffic control, and in return they've actually made several financial donations to our department so that we could purchase some bicycles. And with the most recent 2 donations, we were able to purchase 3 brand new state-of-the-art Trek bicycles that enable our officers to patrol the greenway in our parks and recreation areas in a very efficient and safe manner. And in fact, these bicycles are really special. They have some of the newest technology available to cyclists, and so for our officers it's a great tool, it's a great resource for them, and they get out here and they're always interacting with the public here along our greenway. The first thing we got were the bicycles, and we've had bicycles for many years operating on the greenway. And as the greenways continue to expand, we've needed to find new ways that we could efficiently patrol the greenway. And so we've also added to our fleet of vehicles four-wheelers. And these ATVs that you have behind me, they actually are used to patrol the long distances. And we have certain officers that drive these, and they'll patrol from one end of the greenway to the other. They'll check on the parking lot areas, they'll check on the people on the greenway. They can be used for medical emergencies, or when bicycles break down, we can use them for that. Great resource for our department. Next on the list is our Segways. And we have one Segway, and we're trying it out, kind of in the trial stages right now. And our officers get out and they patrol shorter distances on the Segway and interact with the public in that regard. And it's also proven to be a pretty good tool so far.
Well, once they extended the greenways out to where we got 9.5 miles now, obviously with the Polaris and the bicycles, we have a little more speed to get to where we need to get to faster, and but also still do it in a safe manner. You know, to be a bike officer, we all had to go to a week-long police officer. It's designed for police officers on bicycles, a week-long school in Franklin. Obviously, with the Segway and the bicycle, we have to wear our bicycle helmets and gloves, and we generally check our bicycles and our equipment before we start our patrol to make sure that everything's in operational order, and we try to do everything safe first. And sometimes when the greenway's closed, we have to maintain or make sure there's nobody on the greenway when the river gets up, that kind of stuff. But safety is always first when it comes to our job, because a lot of times we're by ourselves. So,
well, in addition to a law enforcement function, the bicycles and the four-wheeler actually allow us to respond to emergency situations as a result of flooding. In the past year, we've had several swiftwater rescues where our officers were able to respond and provide emergency assistance to those who were caught up in the turbulent waters, as the greenway is sometimes prone to flooding in certain areas, and with these tools we're able to provide an effective response. Not only is this a great way to patrol the greenway, but it's a great way to interact with people, but it's also saving the city a lot of money as far as the amount of gas that we would use for a patrol car or to have a truck down here. These tools here, the bicycle is eco-friendly. The Segway, again, it's a green tool. And the four-wheeler, it gets really good gas mileage going up and down the greenway, and it's such a wonderful tool and resource for our officers to use.